Writing a book is for me always a very personal matter, private, in fact. Many of my friends who are authors like to give talks on whatever they're writing about while writing because they find the interaction and the response, the feedback from people helpful in formulating their thoughts. It's never worked for me. In fact, I never talk with anybody about it. I hardly even tell my wife what I'm writing, although sometimes I'll give her the title that I'm working on. And so when people ask me what I'm writing on, I generally just say, oh, some ideas are beginning to form. But I recently had an interaction with someone who I had put off in that kind of way, a good friend who I hadn't seen for a while. And he quite surprised me when he said, so how is this and that coming along? And I was taken back. I said, how do you know about that? And he said, well, you mentioned the title in your last book, I Am the Love That Flows Through Me. And I had completely forgotten that. And in a strange way, I sort of felt vulnerable because at this point, this and that still wasn't published. But I had finished writing it. And so I thought, yeah, there's nothing, I won't lose my voice or my focus. That being the reason that I don't talk about it while it's forming, because it feels like I might interrupt a process, that it's not my thoughts, but I'm receiving thoughts through me, as it were. And so that not being the case, since the book was completed and was scheduled for an imminent publication, I gave him a little thumbnail sketch of it. I said, well, it's about the difference between either or thinking and both and thinking. And the way both and thinking, sometimes called non-dual thinking, opens up vistas that we close down when we need to think and talk in either or terms. Something like that. And his response was quite striking. And what he said was, but why would I ever give up something so sweet as certainty? And I knew he had caught the issue because certainty is, in fact, one of the great things that draws us into either or thinking. We make judgments and how easily they come. I like this. I don't like that. This is right, but that's wrong. And on and on and on. We make judgments and we make distinctions. I like this person. I don't like that person. And they all serve to simplify life. It's like I have a filter now through which I see the world and through which I see you and the people that I encounter and through which I process ideas. And that's a certitude and a filter of conviction, or let's say opinions in some cases, perhaps holding those judgments a little less lightly than with conviction. But it's a filter that says, this I agree with, that I don't. This is right, but that's just plain wrong. This makes sense, that's stupid. Well, we all do this. It's kind of a default way, I think, of simplifying life. It also, of course, plays into and provides us with an identity. We become known by our judgments and our convictions and our opinions, but it comes at quite a cost. And that cost is that it massively distorts reality. Oversimplification is a distortion of perception. And so it puts us out of contact with what truly is. Because life is not black and white. If we're honest, we must recognize the shades of gray and recognize, therefore, the cost of our awareness of the complexity of people in all their hidden mystery and situations with all their complexity. when we try to pass those people and the things we encounter through the filter of our rigid assumptions and prejudgments. So there is a cost to giving up either or thinking. And it may be too high a price to pay for some, maybe too high a price to pay for you. But if, in fact, you wish to know what truly is and to engage with others in their complexity, then This and That, my newest book, is, I think, a resource that will help you. It's not a book of teachings or a book of solutions that pulls together the big mysteries of the polarities of life that I consider in it. It's instead practice in seeing and thinking in a non-dual way and what that involves. And if something in you resonates to that possibility, then I invite you to order the book and let me know what you think once you've finished reading it. So be well and bye for now. And I'll look forward to further discussions of these things with you.